Sorry about that.
Well, it's completely reasonable. Jesus.
Yeah, I got a call. What happened? I didn't. That wasn't a radio tease. I got a call from Jim Florentine. I knew it was bad news because he wouldn't call me on the air.
Yeah, you ran out of here. I knew something was up.
And Otto died, and I just couldn't say it when I came back.
Yeah.
I didn't. Obviously, it's always hard to say that, but I physically couldn't say it, so I wrote it down. But it wasn't to be mysterious, so it wasn't some stupid tease. I don't know what he died of. Apparently, he had taken a nap and just didn't wake up.
Jeez.
He was 53.
That's pretty bad.
It's terrible.
Fuck.
We've known him a long time. You've known him forever.
You comics. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Fucking believable.
I don't know if it was tied into what had happened where he was in the hospital for a while.
Yeah, he was in the hospital last year, was it? For a while?
Almost,
was it
almost a year ago.
Or something?
Meningitis of some sort, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess his girlfriend was calling people, and this was just the first I heard of it. It's just heartbreaking.
No shit. No. Yeesh. That just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That shit just blindsides you.
He was a funny fucking guy, man.
Oh,
I mean, we always say that about people when they die, of course, but Otto was a funny fucking guy.
Yeah, I don't think
no one made me laugh harder than him. No one as
so
a guy.
Fucking funny. So inappropriately funny. I love it.
God.
Yeah. Oh boy.
That break we did where he talked about the fucking lady from Wizard of Oz dying.
Right.
Get me some twisty ties and I don't remember, hay. There was something he said. It was such a brutal.
Yeah.
Right.
It was fucking brutal.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Jeez.
It's like, what do you say? You don't even know what to say.
I know.
It's
just
horrible.
fucking, it's a bummer, as they say.
Seemed like he was doing, pretty good, too.
Yeah.
Got over that illness, which was extremely scary for him and everybody else. He was in the hospital a while. Wasn't it? He was in Canada for what? Was it for the comedy festival?
Oh, I don't even know what he was doing.
Yeah. Then you fast forward, he came in here looking great, all rested and tan and feeling much better.
Yeah. Gee.
We were just, you always say that when you die. We were texting the other day, back and forth, doing Bob Levy and Clockwork Orange. That was the last thing we were talking about was Bobby. It was fun, too.
Shit.
I realized when I was texting him, too, like, I'm such a perv with my phone, and I'm such a piece of garbage, but I'm like, it's so nice to be just texting a friend,
just
and having some laughs, like, not
funny stuff.
Yeah,
right?
I had an odd revelation while I was doing that. Like, it's so nice to be texting healthy and just having some fun together.
Right, not just laughs. Looking for pussy or
like
trolling.
It made me feel really normal and healthy. Just
yelling at somebody or something. Yeah, just having some laughs.
Did some amazing stuff for this radio show. Did our comedy festival and
yeah.
I knew him way before then, though, when he was performing at Fast Eddie's in Huntington.
Oh yeah,
he would just
in Huntington.
He would just slay.
He's been a fucking name to go see for years.
The whole town knew about him because he would come up to Fast Eddie's and just kill it.
Yeah,
he was just amazing. Never really got his due. That's what
he
really
never
sucked.
did.
No, he didn't.
Bob Levy. Bobby.
Yeah, I just got the call just now, and I'm just shocked, man. I mean, we were friends for like 20-something years, and, he finally got his life together. And for this to happen, we were just talking last week about stories from what we used to do when we were crazy, and we're like, I can't believe we're still alive, and, I don't know what happened, Right. It's just like, it just blows me away that just one after another. I mean, we're going down, it's like fucking wrestlers have shit like comedian. What the fuck?
Yeah, right.
Just telling jokes, and it's just like, this really hit me, man. And we were going to hang out. In a week or two, we were going to Florida for a gig. And he goes, let's stay a few days and hang out and have a good time and get some sun. And I was like, yeah, man, that sounds great. And it's just like fucking unbelievable because, he was a legend in his business and always will be known as that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's got to be kept up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He may have been more underground than most people, but most of the people that are underground are better than you see on TV. So
when you pop up on other comics' favorite comic lists, he was
on a lot of people's lists.
When you talk to comics about who was fucking hilariously funny, fucking Otto,
right? Bob, how was he doing lately? I mean, he was on our show, I don't know, not that long ago, and he looked great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he call me up and he goes, "It's all right to have a couple beers, right?" And I was like, you don't need to drink. I mean, but, he goes, just one to sit in the yard, and like he was basically sober. He was off the coke, and I just hope it's not. People fall back. I haven't fell back in, almost 4 years now. But, it could shock your body and that shit. But I just, you know what I mean? I just hope he went peaceful because, like working with him, like it was the greatest thing because we used to go to Pips to work, right?
Right.
And that was a well-known comedy club. A lot of big stars came out of there. David Brenner, you know what I mean? Dice, and many more. And we played there one weekend, and he looked at me and he goes, "We made it." You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you see, in comedy, most fans think you make it when you got it on TV or something like that. When most of this shit on TV, they couldn't follow me with their fucking dick in their hand, okay? So they ain't fucking nothing compared to us. And, it's just so shocking when I got the call, when you just talk to somebody and you're just talking about the future and saying, let's team up together. We'll get Roger to get us some dirty shows,
Yeah.
And he seems so fucking happy, you know what I mean? Because he loves working. We always had fun working, have such great. I'm writing a book now, and we were going over stories that we did together when we were partying, when after a show we got a gram of coke, and he made me bring George home first before we did it because he couldn't sit in the trunk, and that was like years ago. But he's clean. You see what I mean? When you fucking get your shit cleaned up, you can talk about it and laugh at shit.
Right.
And this is fucking shocking. You know what I mean? For somebody that I've known since fucking I started this fucking thing and looked up to and was the nicest guy. If anybody says a bad word about Otto, you don't fucking know him or you're a fucking asshole. Off stage, that guy, he might have been the filthiest motherfucker. And I was just bragging to him about him to someone the other day. I go, he is the filthiest motherfucker out there, but he is hilarious. And you can watch him over and over.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's really fucking shocking that fucking this shit is going on, man. I don't understand it, man. I mean, I'm like fucking lost right now because I just got the phone call and.
Yeah, this shit's always fucked up. Just don't know what to do or say.
Right.
Just walk around in a haze.
Yeah, it's like you don't know what to say. You don't know, what the fuck do you say to his girlfriend? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the way I look at it, you got to take care of her, do a show, you know what I mean? Fucking raise some money, you got to do something in his name,
Yeah.
He was a fucking legend. I don't give a fuck if, you know what I mean? All these douchebags can get on fucking TV or whatever the fuck with their shit material because they got a pretty look or something like that. But let me tell you something. The real fucking legends are the ones that fucking go out there and bust their balls every night and fucking kill in front of people.
Yeah.
And there should be something, a fund made up for him where his name would carry on because, I mean, he did mean a lot to a lot of fucking people. And, of course, you guys. I mean, he fucking loves you guys. You know, he's always talked about you guys, you know?
Right.
Because you guys are fucking real, you know?
He was fucking hilarious on the show, too, yeah.
Yeah, he came to you guys because you guys are fucking real. He's a real fucking person. He's not into the bullshit Hollywood. That's why he came to you.
I gotta tell you that George thing was creepy though at times. I remember. I remember at NEW. He comes in the early days when we didn't know him that well, and he's just killing it for us. And then, like, in between breaks, he always loved reading the newspaper. Otto loved getting knowledge, and he's reading the newspapers while we're in break, and I look over, and then I kind of, like, get Ant's attention. I go, you got to look at this. What is he doing? And he's reading the newspaper, and George is reading along with Otto. Like, he's moving George's head and stuff. And
moving his eyes, like, back and forth.
And I never forgot that because I'm thinking, oh, my God, he's not doing this for anyone. He doesn't even realize we're looking at him right now.
He's reading.
And I'm like, what is that? I'm like, what is that about?
Well, that's what it is. It becomes like, you know, it's part of you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, to him. And, like, when he was done with his set, like Norton can tell you, he would wrap his doll up, his head up, like, you know, like an Iranian or something like that. So it was comfortable. It had, like, the headgear on it. But it always had to go home before we went out after a show.
Man.
And he always had, like, you know, Rodney loved him, okay? Mm-hmm. And he always had, he goes, listen to this message. We always, every time we went back, we listened to it. And he's like, hey, kid, I'm telling you, you know what I mean? Let's go. You got it, you know? You're the man, you know? You make me laugh, you know? But, you know, I think he was somewhat a little bit afraid of success.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is that you can never sit down with a guy and just, like, a sweetheart. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know, there's scumbags in this business. You know what I mean? But, you know, I mean, nobody could say that about him. I mean, he was a true fucking person, and, you know, it's just you wake up and you just fucking, you know, I'm listening to you guys. I finally got my schedule set up, and fucking I got a call, and I'm like, this has got to be a fucking joke, because we were just talking last week. We're supposed to go to Florida next Saturday.
Right,
and I'm like, fuck, we were going to hang out and that shit. And
sucks.
Fucking, I'm just like, I don't, you know what I mean? It makes you think about everything, you know?
It's just fucking heartbreaking.
You never know.
A guy who never got his due in the business. And, you know, he's just another funny guy who the business just did not give what he deserved to him.
Right.
He was another funny guy. Yeah. Well, all these fucking mediocre motherfuckers, because the critics like him and because they carry the right narrative or ideology, and a brilliantly funny guy like him. And Otto was punch you in the stomach funny. Nobody made people laugh. When he killed, it was absolutely unfollowable. Yeah. And he's one of those guys that all the comedians would walk in to watch. And I remember somebody at a roast, it was years ago, this is probably 1992 or 93, was talking about somebody. And they said, they mentioned, what did he say about Otto? He said something about, you'll notice that the comedians in the room, there was a roast that the public was at, and he said, and you'll know who the comedians in the room are, because they're the ones in the room who are not laughing until Otto is on, and then they're going to be the only ones who are. And I always remember that as such a great description of mixing Otto with comics and the public.
Right.
And he would just come up
That's what he always said. He always said, how come these pieces of shit are on TV and we can't get a fucking special? You know what I mean? Yeah. He goes, it's because, you know what I mean? Like these MTV guys, they got 15 fucking minutes. They're fucking selling out. Are you fucking kidding me? Comedy is a fucking, like, when, you know, like me, Jenny, you know, Otto, Florentine, you know, everybody that you know that's fucking anybody that's fucking powerful and knows comedy. It's just such a shitty fucking business because they put out shit on TV, yet, you know what I mean? So people don't go as the clubs. They're like, if this is what's in clubs. No, that's not what's in clubs. We're in fucking clubs.
Right.
Come and see fucking real comedy, man. It's not some fucking 18-year-old fucking girl that has 15 fucking minutes.
Ooh. It's just one of those things. Thank you, brother. I'll talk to you soon. I'm sure I'll see you before the thing that's...
Yeah, Bob. Thanks, man.
Something to help out the family with.
Yeah. All right, Bobby.
Take it easy, Bob.
Bob Levy, who was very close with Otto George. Jimmy just told us that Otto died in his sleep.
Yeah, I got the call from Jim in during the thing.
Right.
It's really weird to not be able to say that. I just couldn't say it.
Right.
It was, whatever. We all act weird when we hear that, and then you take a couple minutes. But it's just terrible.
Do you remember the first time you met him or saw him?
Yep. It was in the Varsity Pub. And it was before I did comedy. I was just starting, and me and my buddy would go to watch shows. That's where I first saw Florentine, and guys like Quentin Heggs, and that guy Jeff Zabrowski, who I did get an update on, by the way. He retired and won some kind of lottery.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's doing good. But Otto was one of the guys that Patrick Gaynor, who was the guy who really, I would not be doing comedy if it wasn't for Patrick Gaynor, told me.
Who was Patrick Gaynor? I don't even.
He was a local booker.
Oh, okay.
And he died years ago. And the Varsity Pub was the first place I ever went on. So I would go and watch the shows on the weekends. I would never heckle the comics. Sometimes Patrick would let me introduce the show just to get me on stage before I ever performed. And that's where I saw Otto for the first time. And it was like seeing Zeppelin for
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, seeing him for the first time was a shock.
Right.
And I think I saw him at the place in Huntington, Fast Eddie's. That was the first place I saw him.
They taped them, and then that was one of those tapes you got to remember way before the internet. I'm talking like my BAB days, so 92 to 95-ish, somewhere in there. And they taped them a couple times, and that tape, man.
Yeah.
By the time you got a copy, you almost couldn't, hear it anymore. But he was one of those guys where his stuff was just passed around and traded.
Yeah, if he was going to be around locally, everyone knew it.
Right.
And you had to go see him because he was like you were going to see shit you weren't going to see anywhere else.
But you had to go pick him up.
Always.
All you guys have stories about that.
Yeah.
You'd have to pick him up he lived off Jewel Avenue in Queens at one point, and I lived in North Brunswick, and I remember I would pick him up to go to...
You'd have to go...
Yeah. Wow, that's a hell of a drive.
Right.
I remember, what's his name? Oh, Great White Gorilla. He used to have to pick him up all the time.
Yeah, Jeff
Norris.
I remember he stepped in dog shit and brought it in my car, and I wanted to fucking strangle him because I just got the car. And Florentine was with me. He's like, Otto, you tracked the whole log in the car. He brought a fucking... it was like a log of horse shit. It's like, you dope.
It wasn't just a little...
No, it's a giant piece.
You brought the whole log.
Yeah, you brought the whole log in.
Is Florentine up for talking or not really? I don't want to force anyone to get on the show, but maybe get word out if he wants to call in. That'd be great. I also remember at NEW, he was this funny that we tolerated some of his stuff. Like he would kill for a minute or two, and then feel like it wasn't going well, and then he would just leave. And me and Anthony would sit, and certainly Jimmy too, saw this over the years, and all of a sudden, like where'd he go?
Yeah.
He would just run out. He got that under control years later, but
yeah.
You remember those days?
Yep.
Well, he thought he sucked. He's gone. I'm like, he was killing.
Yeah.
Oh, it just sucks.
It's just I fuck enough of this. I fucking hate it. I mean, you just gotta kind of, get through it. What do you do? There's nothing you could do.
There's nothing you do. You just
gotta feel like shit now for, everybody makes it about
How
them,
come Otto wasn't able to become more of a star? That's a pretty good question. I don't know.
He was one like fucking Patrice. He wouldn't play the game. He wouldn't. I think it's one part of his career. It was probably his demons and substance abuse that kept him from really achieving. But then, he's not going to compromise and not say Pope wrote cunt, sir.
He never had the proper management. I don't think he ever had the proper people. Rick Messina really loved him, who was Tim Allen's. All those guys loved Otto.
Right.
And they really did. And he was in Comedy's Dirtiest Dozen with Chris Rock and Bill Hicks and a bunch of those guys. And I think that they loved him, but it's like, what do you do with a dirty ventriloquist. I'm guessing that's what the business, which is so uncreative and pathetic. And every time they come out with those fucking funniest people lists, I want to just fucking strangle the dummy who wrote it, because there's usually 10 people that really, or 15 people I think really deserve to be on it. And the other 35 that are just like, oh, you fucking...
Really? Benicio del Toro? Is he a hoot?
It's just the weirdest, and it's like a guy like Otto will never make a list like that.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
And he was funnier than any of them.
Yep.
He was funnier than any of them.
Jeez. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Boy, did I work with him having some fucking awful shows, too. Well, when they didn't like him, it was ugly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There was no ambiguity. They hated him. Boy, it was full steam ahead.
Right.
But he had no problem with that. Right?
No, he didn't like it, but I mean, he knew how to deal with it. I mean, he couldn't change gears. He was who he was.
Yeah.
And so he would just kind of fucking plow ahead and make it worse for him.
Yeah. He could rip into people. Oh, man.
Yeah. Wow, did he say some great stuff.
Yeah.
We got any Otto and George stuff we could play today?
Yeah.
But you guys find a few...
Well, we're looking through stuff right now, but we actually have the Wizards of Oz line.
Oh, God, yeah.
A little 2-minute
Oh, good. All right.
thing if you want to go to it at any point.
Yeah, why don't we do that now? We'll go to break with this, and then we'll continue.
Yeah.
She dressed immaculately in an elegant royal blue dressing gown. Then, with her hair properly styled, she took an overdose of sleeping pills. She lay down on the couch, covered herself with a gold blanket over her shoulders, and tied a plastic bag over her head.
Instead, she shoved hay in her twat and asshole.
After all that beautifying, she just shoves hay in her twat asshole.
Yeah, maybe grass, too.
Andy M.
Read the note she left behind.
Yeah.
Read the note.
She left a note behind that said,
Sorry. I love that, man.
I am now about to make the great adventure. I cannot endure this agonizing pain any longer. It is all over my body. Neither can I face the impending blindness. I pray the Lord my soul to take. Amen.
Wow.
And then her landlady found her.
Oh,
And then
that's
she
great. She died.
Hay is such an unpleasant thing to shove in your twat and asshole.
And asshole,
Like
yes.
mulch would be okay because it's soft grass.
No, that's hard.
But hay would hurt your cunt.
It's
Your
gonna
ass.
perforate
Very brittle.
things.
Was she sick or just not getting work?
Just not getting work. No one wanted
sick.
Annie M in
Nobody's hiring me. I got to shove hay in my
1962.
mouth, cunt and asshole. Give it a fucking dry cleaning bag. Well, room 206, more hay and a fucking run down to the dry cleaner. Be a dear, run down to the dry cleaner. Give me some Twistix.
Fuck.
From 206, more hay.
All right. Yeah, we're back.
Fucking better than ever. We're back.
Otto from Otto and George is no longer with us. Jimmy found out about an hour ago, so it's pretty fucked up because we all knew him very well.
Yeah.
And he was a true friend of the show and incredibly funny. One of the funniest.
Yeah.
And now we sit here.
Fun guy.
Just watching the clock.
Like,
This is a clock watcher now. You just sit here and go, all right, could 10:30 be here now? So
what do we do?
So we could just wander.
What do we do?
All I want to do is just wander.
Just wander?
Yeah, just want to wander.
I'm going to pay tribute out by my pool with a beer and some sun.
This got to be tough for you because you don't like this. No one likes it. Trust me.
I don't deal with things like this well at all. We all have our individual ways of dealing with these situations.
Right.
Mine is to trudge on like nothing happened. Stomp it down as deep as you can.
And you got to get the other side of you as red as the front side of you. So
yeah, I do have to get the back of my self a little burned today.
Let's say hi to Keith in Boston. Keith.
Yo, Keith.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I contacted Otto about a year ago on YouTube, and he goes, "Hey, I like hearing from fans. I'm going to send you some information. Give me your address." He sent me a Boy in His Log, which I already downloaded from iTunes, and he also sent me American Dummy, which I thought when I watched that, I was blown away. I was like, "This is fucking worthy of Rod Serling." I mean, and Jimmy's reaction in that when he spit out that water and laughed, you could tell it was not acting. It was actually a true testament of how funny Otto was, man.
I don't remember. I forgot I was in that movie, yeah. Jim Brewer was in that.
Yeah.
Louis Black. We shot the comic strip. Pete Corielli. Nina Torrey made out with Nina Hartley at the end.
Oh, right. Was hot.
Yeah.
Well,
he played a guy named Jerry, I think. I think his name was Jerry in that.
Thank you, sir.
All right, take it easy.
No, American Dummy is a classic. It's really, really funny. Really fucking funny.
Yeah, I was happy for him that he got that show with the pig roast, Otto's pig roast.
Oh, yeah.
And he was doing great with that.
Fucking that segment he did where he would just read the newspaper outside with George.
Right.
Oh, God, was that fucking good. His take, like his material is fucking hilarious, but his take on the news and stuff was great. He had that unique, fucked up viewpoint, just completely politically incorrect, which I loved.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, we got, oh, wow. Hollywood Joe's checking in.
What?
Nice. Joe DeRosa. Hi, buddy.
Hey, guys.
How are you?
How's it going, guys?
Yeah,
Okay,
you know.
man.
It takes for someone to die for you to call us, huh, Joe?
Shit, Joe.
Come on.
Come on, man. I poke because I love, brother. You know that. I'm just fucking with you.
I woke up. I'm usually not awake this early, but I couldn't sleep, and I looked on Twitter, and I saw Levy's tweets about Otto and George. I can't fucking believe it, man. I'm like in shock right now.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, that's what we're all trying to figure out. I think Jimmy said that he took a nap and that was it.
I'm sure we'll get more info later, but yeah, that fucking blows. He was so goddamn funny.
Yeah, the thing that always blew me away about him was like when the dummy would do like his inner monologue.
Yeah,
and I remember seeing him at Caroline's, and like, you know, he did a joke that didn't go over that. Like Otto said a joke that didn't go over that well, and then the dummy looked at him and started going, "What are you, nervous, you fucking pussy?"
Yeah,
yes.
It was the greatest inner monologue reaction ever because he had the puppet, and it would be very funny. Like if a joke didn't work. And Otto would just stammer something. George would go, "Sweat, you Danish junkie!" Your lips are moving. You're supposed to be creating an illusion. Oh, he would just deconstruct. Nobody ever deconstructed himself better than fucking Otto through his puppet.
The brilliance of that, you know?
Funny.
Nobody did that better than him.
It's so funny. I remember we did the Nasty Show in at Just for Laughs one year, and the two things I remember is one, he did the Kennedy bit where the puppet gets shot and the brains come out like Kennedy assassination, and during it he's going, "They're shooting Norton. They're
shooting. Put the top up, Norton."
Yeah, put the top up, Norton. They're shooting at us. So funny. Went into a honeymooners bit.
Right.
Oh shit, that's so good, man.
And then I remember Patrice was on the shows too. It's so fucking sad, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But Patrice was on the shows too, and we were down the theater we were in. The green room was downstairs under the stage, and there was this long cinder block hallway. So if anybody was coming down the hallway from the stage, you could hear it because it was just echo. And I remember Otto was on stage one night, and Patrice came walking down, and Patrice's cackle was like cascading off the cinder blocks. And he walks in the room, and I go, "What's so funny, man?" And he goes, "Otto, just don't give a fuck about even trying to make it look like ventriloquism. He's just talking."
I can so fucking see that. I don't give a fuck. Oh, shit, man.
Oh, that's great.
Hey, Joe DeRosa.
Yeah.
I had I forgot about this. We were talking about dreams earlier. I had a dream that Joe DeRosa was in.
Oh, really?
Yes. And this was just like 2 nights ago. I was in this bedroom trying to have sex with this girl on a mattress on the floor. And you were on a bed in the same room, but it was on like a bed frame, so it was a little higher up. And I was trying to fuck real quiet so you wouldn't hear. But I don't know why you were in the room, what was going on.
I don't know why I was either.
The most unrealistic part of the dream was that I was wearing a condom. Because
wait, you're responsible in your dreams?
I know. Why in a dream would I wear a condom? What an asshole. I don't know.
But he dream rapes Joe, but he's responsible enough to wear a condom.
And the condom was weird. The condom was making a squeaky rubber noise that I thought was going to wake Joe up.
Right.
How fucking odd.
I like that your dream was reinforcing that you shouldn't wear condoms.
Yes, like that's the lesson. That's the lesson I grabbed out of the dream. Fuck the condoms.
I love that I was in the dream.
I am too. You got up, you walked out of the room. I was like, "Hey, Joe." Yeah.
You got away with it.
When are you planning on coming back to New York anytime soon for some beverages?
Yeah, I think I'm going to be in New York all of July. So
nice.
I hope I get to see all of you guys and hang out and stuff.
I just cracked the pool open, my friend. So I have a party
Twitter,
coming
man,
up.
I love it.
Yeah, party
early.
Yep,
that's great.
And we're hearing all the stories from everybody that you're a mover and shaker out there now.
Oh, he's Hollywood Joe DeRosa.
You're Hollywood Joe.
Yeah.
Oh,
taking meetings and hanging out and hobnobbing. A little hobnobbing going on.
I terribly miss the O&A show. It's a less filthy place out here, and I don't know how I feel about that.
It's probably a very artificial feeling.
And how's the gig going with Pete Holmes?
Gig's going well.
Awesome.
I don't know. LA's weird. It's been a nice experience, but I just feel like I'm supposed to live in New York. That's the best way.
You know, I've heard a saying, it's a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there.
Hey, you know, Ant, if I had a dime, I'll tell you.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Can I tell you guys my favorite Otto story?
Yeah.
Oh, you scared me. I thought you were going to say, "Can I plug something?"
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, we've heard that so many times. Hey, can I? Yeah, of course, Joe. Go ahead.
My boss. Listen, it's real sad. Can I just say my CD is out right now?
Right.
This is my favorite Otto story. He's at Caroline's, and he's on stage, obviously. And there's a guy sitting to the left of the stage, and it's like this big Italian guy. Dude, the guy's got to weigh 400 pounds. He's just huge, but he's wearing this checkered sport coat. And Otto's on stage, and he's doing a bit, and the dummy isn't paying attention. And in the middle of the bit, the fucking dummy just looks over at the fat guy, and he just goes, "Jesus fucking Christ! What size is that sport coat? You fucking zilch!"
And it would seem like, oh my God, why is the puppet saying that when Otto was in the middle of doing something? Like, for somebody who moved his lips when he talked, working that puppet, you were completely fooled into thinking it was a different entity.
Absolutely.
You know, it was a different fucking person.
Absolutely.
He was twittering out a lot of old photos recently, too, like stuff from like the 70s. Wow. Really, like when he was 15, 14 years old. If you see his Twitter timeline, there's some really good pictures. Really
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm going to look at it. If you guys find anything out, will one of you text me? I'm going to keep looking online.
Yeah, we'll let you know, Joe. Absolutely, man.
Yep.
Cool. Well, you guys always, showcased him and supported him, and that was awesome. And it's a bummer that it's a real fucking bummer.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, man. Hopefully, I'll see you in July at some point.
I'll see you guys in July, man. I miss all of you, and I'll see you soon.
Sounds
cool,
great, Joe.
Take it easy, man.
Take care, guys.
All right, buddy.
Later. Oh, what a fucking asshole. It's like doing that right when this thing,
good.
Phone clicks. Wow, what an asshole.
A lot of people,
Joe's great. I miss that guy.
Yeah, a lot of people want to talk about Otto. Ike in Washington. Go ahead, buddy.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
To tell you how long I've seen this guy, 1993, I was doing, it was my prom, and I see this guy. I have no idea who he is, and he was so funny, I almost knocked over the table. The guy was just amazing. But a couple of years ago, I saw like a YouTube thing on him where he was on Howard's show, and he was killing, but he said something like, I suck. So I don't know, maybe Jimmy could elaborate on this, but was there any, instability or something? I mean, I don't know. Did
you just ask if there was any instability with Otto? Yes, there was.
I mean, I said maybe like 5 words to the guy when I used to see him down at either the Comedy Cellar or I saw him in the Midwest one day. But he was like my idol. When I saw him, I was starstruck. I swear to God, because he was the funniest guy. When you saw him on the Aristocrats, it was only like a minute and 15 that he was on. But when he says, I bring out my daughter. She's a real sexy 9-year-old. I kill her. I fuck the bullet hole. I mean, you have no time to register how funny this guy is.
Yeah.
It's a sad day. Does anyone know what happened?
No, we don't know yet.
We truly don't know, brother. Jimmy literally just found out in the middle of our show. He ran out of here to take a phone call, and we all knew that can't be good.
Oh, boy. So, well, listen, I'm punching out. I love you guys.
Love you, brother.
Thank you, sir.
All right, man.
Later, man. There he goes. A caller. Ike from Washington. Godspeed. Oh, he's still on.
Do we have more Otto and George clips, Sam? Anything else? Did we find anything else? Still digging around?
Digging through everything right now.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to John in Poughkeepsie. John.
Hey, guys.
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
R.I.P. It's going to be weird to see, George was such a personality that he's going to be sitting in a box somewhere and maybe never taken out again. You think, it's almost human kind of a person. And is he dead?
That is a weird thing. It's kind of,
will he just disappear? Or because he made him so mortal that it's like, we're going to lose George too.
Yeah, no one else can fucking use him. It's fucking just kind of a weird thing. Yeah.
George goes with Otto.
Yeah.
Well,
period.
Okay, that's a strange concept. Do you think that would be...
If Otto had a will, I have no idea. I would guarantee that's in the will.
Yeah.
George goes with me.
There's only one thing to say. Get over it.
Well,
yeah, I know.
In time, perhaps, but
there's a time. You guys make so much fun of so many, but it's weird when it hits you.
Yeah.
You almost feel like you guys can't. I mean, I know you're going to joke about it, but it's so. I mean, I remember you guys talking.
You're panicking, sir.
I lost somebody.
You're panicking. Why are you panicking? Because the get over it thing didn't work that well.
Yeah.
Because now you're panicking on us.
That's exactly what it was.
I get it. We would have done the same thing. Yeah, we would play get over it.
It's weird, man. But
all right.
Wish them all the best.
All right.
Peace.
Stop panicking, please. Thank you. Tony in Brooklyn. Tony.
Did your testicles get hit by a storm window? Mushan. That might be one of the funniest clips ever played, and I downloaded it when it was on, what do you call it, the free...
yeah.
Man, I loved all your old clips, and man, he was a star at NEW, man.
We've all gone back and forth, the greatest live read ever, and it was always between Otto and George and Brewer's Razor Rollerboard Scooter one.
Yeah.
Between those two, I can't even think of a third that would be in that category. Those were just amazing.
Was there a time when Pat from Winaki went down on a girl in our studio?
Maybe.
So that's what I'm getting here. It says, and Otto was there, and he said, it's like watching Tor Johnson bobbing for gonorrhea.
Oh, he definitely said that.
That was actually one of your lines of the day right there.
He definitely said that.
Tor Johnson bobbing for gonorrhea. Holy fuck, is that funny?
Yeah.
Lisa Sparks?
Lisa Sparks.
That,
right.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yes, right.
Thank you, you Arab.
Let's go to Ernesto, looks like, Staten Island.
Hey, Oprah, Ant.
Hey.
Sad day, man. Sad day.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah. I had heard about this guy who was a ventriloquist with a filthy puppet. And then about a year later, you guys had him on for Anthony's birthday. And you guys did the Mujan commercial.
Yeah.
I have that I bootlegged
played it.
That is still one of the funniest. Oh, you did? I turned on the radio, guys. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought you were commenting about it because we just played it. We just played it for everybody.
That was a classic from the second it was done. I knew that one was like, oh, my God.
Right.
What a fucking pisser.
Guys, I'm sure if you when you find out any information, you'll tweet it out. Just sad day, man. I'm gonna go shoot my ex-wife in the head and fuck the bullet hole just for him.
Oh, nice.
All right, that's wonderful. Thank you, Ernesto.
Ernesto. I am Ernesto. Oh, this fucking woman. That mugshot. The woman accused of killing 7 babies she birthed over 10 years. She's got a hell of a mugshot there. It looks like, me? It's just amazing.
Wait,
some twisted motherfuckers out there.
Wait, it wasn't all at the same time?
No,
Obviously,
no.
If they're calling it 7 babies.
Over 10 years.
Over 10 years?
I guess she didn't want to have, those babies.
Right.
So she had them and then killed them.
And no one knew until now?
I guess not. She's a weird-looking bitch. She got them crazy
How long
eyes.
would the baby survive before she decided they were evil or whatever the fuck?
Nah. Yeah, how crazy do you have to be? Like, does it come up how crazy you are for how long you wait before you realize your baby's the devil or something and then have to get rid of it? Oh.
Let's see. Let's say hi to Corey in Yonkers. Corey.
Yes, Corey.
Hey, guys. How are you?
All right.
All right. No, I just went to one of the first times I ever saw Otto was in 1990 or 91 in Yonkers at a place called Shooting Stars.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
And it was owned by Grandpa Al, I think, at the time.
Oh, sure.
Right. And no, I mean, I was only like 18, 19 years old, and they would let you in. And just the impact that he had on me. He was one of the funniest people I ever saw from then on. You would always keep seeing him. Even though his act mostly didn't change over the past 20-something years. I think there were a few new ones in there. But that night, the girl I was with was just a very conservative girl, and boy, did I get an earful coming out that night. And especially when she got up and decided to go to the bathroom during his set.
I think Otto was very particular because he absolutely came up with new stuff all the time, but it was small. There was a line or two, you know what I mean? But every time he had something new, it killed every time. Every fucking time.
Oh, yeah, I must have seen him at least, 5 or 6 times over all the years and stuff like that. And just, some of the stuff was the same and a lot of, some of the stuff was new. But, yeah, just every time.
But he was one of those comics, too, that you could go and see him do some of the same stuff because you wanted to watch the reaction of the crowd. Like, you knew what was coming, so you're like, oh, fuck, I want to see, like,
how they
what
handle
this old bag up front is gonna do when that line comes out, you know?
Right, but one time that always got me, I forgot where the heck it was, someplace in New Jersey. And I guess he was getting ready to go up, and he was sitting behind me with George. And I guess he was warming up, but they were basically having a conversation with each other.
Yeah. We all saw a little of that over the years.
I used to bring him on stage sometimes because he hated when you refer to the puppet as a wooden pal or wooden friend.
Oh.
Just to annoy him. I would go on stage sometimes and saying, please welcome Otto and his wooden buddy George. Because he hated being introduced like that.
Did he say something when you left the stage and he took the mic?
I don't remember. I know that he
probably had something under his breath.
Despised it.
Cocksucker motherfucker. I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, he really loathed it.
Yeah, there was one time I was sitting up close and I used to be really friggin' fat. I mean, I lost like 170 pounds over the past year.
Yeah, congrats.
But yeah, thank you. But he looked at me, or the puppet looked at me, and just looked at me and went, ring ding. Just out of nowhere.
Ring dings. He would just do that. It was so funny when he would just stop what he was saying, and then George would jump in, but you're like, no, that's him.
Right.
He's doing the whole thing.
Yeah, but
Genius.
I just wanted to share that, guys. I'm sorry to hear about, about Otto.
Oh my God, everyone's sad. Are you kidding me?
He would grab like George's arm or the lapel of George's little jacket and be like, "No, George," and pull him up.
Right.
Take your hands off me, cocksucker. Yes. Take your hands off me. Stop touching me.
Oh, fucking great.
Yeah.
All right, Corey, thanks.
Sweat, you Danish junkie. Oh, that made me laugh.
What a great fucking jab at himself.
We got Mike Francesa. He was a huge fan of Otto.
I don't think.
What's up, boys? My condolences, man. He's fucking one of my favorites, man. He's seriously. He's one of the comedians that fucking. You can tell repeat his material. Somebody can repeat his material to you, like, I saw Otto at George, and it actually was fucking funny, like coming from somebody else. Very
right.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And fucking so funny that I was listening recently to like the old NEW days, and fucking he wasn't even in the studio, just doing an impression of George. You guys were fucking with Dice, and Dice is like, "Who is that? Is that Otto in there?" And Ant's doing a puppet. He's going, "No, it's just George." And Dice is like, "Oh, they split up. What happened to them?" You know what I mean?
They split up. What happened to them?
Yeah, Dice obviously knows how to go with a good bit.
Exactly.
Right.
It's fucking great, man. But like I said, man, one of my favorites, and it just it sucks. Somebody mentioned that like the life of wrestlers, man. The comedians are right up there, man. All the good ones go. You know what I mean? So. Like I said, I didn't do the stupid voice today, so I just wanted to fucking say I'm sorry, you fellas. Talk to you guys later.
All right, thanks, Mike. I don't even know his real name. I just know him as Mike Francesa.
Exactly.
That was kind of cool. Him out of character.
Yeah.
Otto and George on The Late Show with David Letterman. We should play this.
He was very funny on that.
This was around, 2007-ish?
They did Ventriloquist Week.
Right.
Oh, wow.
And Otto was the last one. I think it was kind of a slam at Ventriloquist, but he did really well on Letterman. He worked very well clean.
Wow.
Yeah, let's play this right now for Otto.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I just hope to God you don't curse.
No, I'm not going to curse. Happy Valentine's Day. And look, I got a big heart on. Would you like to touch it?
No, thanks. Just take this off here.
Yeah, you look good. Nice shirt. I didn't know Ted Bundy had a catalog.
So, what do you got planned for Valentine's Day?
Well, me and my girlfriend like to eat, so I'm going to take her to a nice restaurant for a romantic candlelit dinner, followed by a smooth elevator ride up to the room, and then I'm going to watch the Letterman show.
Well, of course.
Yeah, and as she talks when it's on, I'm going to crack her skull open with an ashtray.
That sounds real romantic. Just don't curse.
Yeah, I can't curse, but Entertainment Tonight could show Britney Spears Velcro when she's getting out of the car with no underwear on.
I can't believe we're here at the Ed Sullivan Theater. This is just amazing, the history here, Elvis Presley, Jim Morrison.
Yeah, both dead. Speaking of dead, are they storing the bodies in here? I'm freezing. It's freezing in here. It's cold outside. This gig sucks.
All right.
Oh, my God. The Statue of Liberty has the torch under her dress.
All right.
Ventriloquist Week.
Yeah.
They're mocking our profession? Yeah, Letterman over there, the skinny guy. He looks like Audrey Hepburn.
No, he looks good.
You should eat something. You can afford it. Have a gyro, pal. He looks like he should be a bouncer at a salad bar.
All right, that's enough.
By the way, I liked you in Cabin Boy. That was your best work since Mork and Mindy. It's like De Niro without the talent.
All right, come on.
Paul Schaefer. Yeah, he looks good. Your barbacoa, the turtle wax is in.
All right, stop that.
Does your head slide off the pillow at night? He's like Letterman's puppet. Who's working your head?
All right, be nice, George.
By the way, I drive a taxi here in New York. Anybody recognize me?
Hey, George, have you ever had anybody really famous in your taxi?
Yeah, I had former governor of New York, Pataki, in the cab. What kind of name is Pataki? It sounds like something you stepped in on the way to the car, you know? Hey, that's Pataki. Walk around it. Hey, Mommy, I made a Pataki. Who else have you had? I had McGreevy, the governor of New Jersey. I made him right up front. He ain't sitting behind me. Why don't you leave him alone? It's an alternative lifestyle. Yeah, right. Being Amish is an alternative lifestyle. All right. What did the black lesbian say to the white lesbian? You the man! All right. Hey, George, did you see Brokeback Mountain? Yeah? What'd you think? Loved him, hated him. All right. You know the original title of that was A Fistful of Testicles? All right, no way. We better hurry up. We got 4 minutes and they're throwing us out of here. Try getting in this building tomorrow, Geppetto. All right. George, do you like plane travel? Oh, man, it sucks. Every time I get in an airplane, I'm never sitting next to a cute girl. I'm always sitting next to some old guy that wants to talk, you know? Where you from? Where you going? Where am I going? Look at your ticket. That's where we're all going. Oh, man. I'd like to sing a song for Valentine's Day. This is the love song from the movie Jaws. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to. Good crowd, right? Yeah, and Sonny Bono's a good skier. All right. I love Jaws. Jaws was a great movie. Remember the opening scene in Jaws? This drunk girl goes swimming naked. I'm drunk, come out of the water. Ah, come out in. And then you hear, da-dun, da-dun. Ah, come out of the water's great. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, doesn't this broad hear the music? Get out of the water, that's shark music. All right. Hey, is anybody here from New Jersey? New Jersey? Kill yourself. What a polluted dump New Jersey is. No. New Jersey, where a fart is refreshing. Seriously. Here's a poem I wrote about Jersey. It's called Pollution. It's a poem. Go ahead. I shot an arrow into the air. It stuck. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah, you did very well there.
That was a ballsier set than most comics have ever done on that show.
Sure.
Fistful of testicles.
Fistful of testicles.
Funny, man.
Sonny Bono's a good skier. He was brutal. He tried getting into this building tomorrow.
That's a great.
Shit.
What did he say? Loved him, hated him.
Loved him, hated him.
This freaking sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, damn.
And that was a great set, and I remember we were a little excited for Otto. Like, okay,
yeah,
this is gonna like really push him, forward,
yeah,
to more places.
Absolutely.
So,
Let's take a look. I always take a peek down the hall. What's the matter, Sam?
Nothing.
Oh, how are you going to do your after show today?
What do you mean, how?
Well, very hard to get through these moments. I don't think you're professional enough to, rise to the occasion.
Well, I mean, talk about Otto.
Oh, boy.
Reflect.
Yeah. Reflecting.
And then, worst case scenario, I'll try to get Sal and E-Rock to fight about something.
That's always a good go-to.
Yeah.
You need your go-tos.
Yeah.
People want us to play the Yoo-Hoo clip with Otto and Jay, but that was
yeah,
that wasn't really a showcase of
no.
It was accusations and
yes,
whatever.
Almost came to fisticuffs. Not really.
All right, we certainly could call it. So,
well,
if you want, we can end on a 4-minute clip.
What do you got?
I have Big A and the Johnny Ola murder. It's 4:15.
Sounds funny enough
Eric
just from the
says
title.
it's good.
Johnny Ola. Hey, Johnny Ola, take me here. Oh, that one was great. Stupid Fredo.
Yeah, that's fine. So, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
We're going to try the Johnny Ola murder on Big A, because you know how they do the Mythbusters? It doesn't look like you could snap somebody's neck with a wooden hanger. That fucking bottom part is pretty frail.
Yeah,
so I'm going to try and murder Big A on the next
Johnny
show.
Ola.
Yeah, I'm going to see if that'll work.
Otto's a huge fan of Big A.
Johnny Ola was killed with the hanger, or he killed somebody.
He was killed with it.
It was the bodyguard, the old man bodyguard.
The guy
that
that never
didn't even have a
smiled.
name. Or,
Yeah.
Was it
He's just
Rocco
like
Lampone or no?
Yeah. The bodyguard? I don't remember, but when they told Michael your bodyguard is dead, he had no reaction. He just went, "So what'd you get my kid for Christmas?" It's like no feeling.
I'm glad I'm here with movie aficionados. Right now.
Yes.
Here's a quick before you go. 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Godfather question.
Yeah.
Original Godfather.
Okay.
How did? And this is not a quiz, but how did the father? Don Corleone.
Don Corleone.
How did he know after that meeting when he said, "I did not know to this day that it was Barzini"? How did he know? What happened in the meeting for him to know that it was Barzini the whole time? I knew he said it and he figured it out, but what instance happened for you to go back and go, "Oh, this is what happened" for him to know?
That was probably the one question everyone fucking
I think it was him, the way Barzini manipulated the meeting. And ran the meeting and made it happen. I think Barzini he was just a smart guy.
And
Don
he was
Corleone.
too agreeable.
And he was like,
he was too agreeable.
He was too agreeable.
And he said a refusal is not the act of a friend.
Yeah.
If he has them, he must share them.
Yeah.
And I think that was probably it. It was probably that subtle way he led that meeting.
Yeah.
And got Don Corleone to concede his point that he had been fighting with Tattaglia about, and I think that's what
so.
he knew.
It was never a moment. It just was an overall theme.
Perceptive.
It was a mobster hunch.
Yeah,
that
he was
he
a smart
knew
guy.
From growing up. Watch The Godfather 2.
And those guys for such tell you just on a maybe that you did something.
Right.
You know, better.
I didn't know till this day. Well, I kind of know.
Yeah,
fuck him anyway.
Yeah, he didn't pass the ketchup that one time, so fuck, he had to go.
Why take a chance?
Yeah. But he said he goes he could charge for these services. We're not communists. I think just the way he led it and made it happen. Tipped him off.
All right, good enough. That helps me to watch it again.
And wanted the drugs done. I think it also said that Barzini wanted the drugs sold.
Yeah.
Because I think that
some real greaseball shit.
He might have thought that Barzini would side with him on no drugs.
Right.
But when Barzini said that indicated that he was on the side of the drugs being sold.
Yeah.
But didn't they kill? But didn't they kill everybody anyway? They wound up killing everybody, right?
Michael did, and he knew he could make that swear that oath, and Michael would do it. He knew Michael would do it.
Yeah, Don Corleone didn't have
even
to do
Stracci, who I have no idea who the fuck that was.
Stracci, when he tells him Stracci,
who's that?
What?
I thought he was all itchy and stuff.
Like dry cleaner. Who the fuck is Stracci?
I'll bet
Stracci's going through the names, and he hears Stracci, you're like, who? Who the fuck was Stracci?
Yeah, he probably killed him when it was his head or something. Right?
So it was no definitive thing that happened then.
No, I don't think there was one moment where it wasn't such a blatant thing. I think it would have been corny if it was this blatant, where he looked and curled his mustache and his fingers.
Like he had his fingers crossed when he went, the pieces.
When Michael found out Fredo did it, it was kind of a moment of dun dun, like that happened.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh shit, like it was like, he fucked up, he lied. So I thought it was like maybe a moment there where
Johnny Ola took me here. Johnny Ola showed
what an asshole Fredo is.
Yeah.
No, we never met. I never, no. And then like 5 minutes later, me and Johnny Ola.
Yeah,
Johnny comes here all the time.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Fucking dummy beluga whale four-headed fuck.
Then Michael kissed him. I was like, what, he's still getting fresh?
All right. It's fucking Friday. I ain't putting up with this shit.